Hey, what's up, guys? Hotfire MTG doing another Throne of Eldraine ranked draft in Arena, so let's get right into it. I don't want to waste any time. See what we got in pack one. So the rare is a Piper of the Swarm. Rats you control have Menace, honestly. I've not played with that card, but I'm not that excited about it. Got a Hypnotic Sprite and an Overwhelmed Apprentice. Could maybe try the Overwhelmed Apprentice. The Hypnotic Sprite's quite good though, being a counter spell and a 2/1 flyer for 2. What else we got here? Take a quick look through. The Occam Ranger is actually pretty good. I'm not sure whether I've actually played with that in a draft. Tap it. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. It is a knight. That might be the best card here. Everything else is just kind of meh. I like the Smitten Swordmaster's okay. Festive Funeral, yeah. If you're gonna mill, it's either the Hypnotic Sprite or the the Overwhelmed Apprentice. Even if you're not in mill. The fact that you get a 1/2 for 1 blue, each opponent puts the top 2 cards into their graveyard and then you scry, that's a very good card. Both the Hypnotic Sprite and the Overwhelmed Apprentice are both very good. It's actually a tough decision there. I might go the Overwhelmed Apprentice. I think I'm going to try the Overwhelmed Apprentice. Hypnotic Sprite might be a little bit better, but 2 blue versus single blue, I think I'm going to try that. And see where we go from here. So here we got Deafening Silence, probably not going to play that. Sir Conrad and Bella the Brawl are the other 2 uncommons. Both very good. Both very good cards. Bella the Brawl is fantastic, especially in a Knight's deck. And Sir Conrad on his own is just really, really good, whether you're in Knights or not. Tome Raiders, pretty good. Draws you a card. So Tiny with Flash is quite good. And Searing Barrage, just one of the best pieces of removal in the format. Garenbrig Paladin is also a fantastic common. So here, I think either Bella the Brawl or Sir Conrad are probably the best cards here. Searing Barrage is also tempting. I think I'm going to go Overwhelmed Apprentice does get cards into the graveyard, and so does Sir Conrad. So maybe, it's really, really early, but maybe we get some graveyard shenanigans going on. So I think I'm going to take Sir Conrad just for that reason, and we'll see how this plays out. But I'm not going to marry myself to that strategy at this point. Got a Revenge of Ravens. Revenge of Ravens is quite a good card, actually. I've been surprised by how good that card is. Everything else here is just okay. Reeve Soul is a very good piece of removal. Shambling Suit could be good. Obviously, in the right deck, it could be fantastic. So, Rimrock Knight's very good. Outmuscle's pretty good. I think Revenge of Ravens. I think I might go Revenge of Ravens. I think it might be the best card here. Reeve Soul is very good, but Revenge of Ravens, when you get it out for a good period of time, it can change games. It can change games. I'm gonna try Revenge of Ravens. I'm not sure I've ever actually played with it, so I'm curious to try it. So here we have a Giant Opportunity, which I don't love. In a food deck, obviously it could be really good. Fairy Guide Mother is straight up a good card. Really good common. We've also got a Barrow Witches. Bloodhaze Wolverine, Lockthwain Gargoyles, okay, Golden Egg, decent mana fixing. I might go Scalding Cauldron, maybe. I don't know if it's the best card here. The Fairy Guide Mother is a very good card, and so is the Rimrock Knight. A lot of artifacts in this deck, or in this pack, sorry. I like the Cauldron and I like the Fairy Guide Mother. I'm going to take the Guide Mother, I think. I think it's the better card. Here we've got a Crashing Drawbridge. We've got a Ginger Brute. A couple of uncommon, the 4-drop Knights that are all 2 different casting costs, or 2 different colors in their casting cost. I think there's one of these for each color pair, right? And they're all Knights. Really good. They're all very good. The Elite Hunter is very good, and the Fireborn Knight is very good. Just neither are in a color pair that I'm leaning towards at this point, though again, it's really, really early. I think I might just take the Ginger Brute. I think it's just arguably the best common here. It slots into any deck pretty well. I feel like either of these are the best card though in the deck, and I feel like in the pack. I keep saying deck, and I feel like I want to take the best card in the pack still. They're both a 2/3. One has Menace, one has Double Strike, so it's kind of a toss-up. This one's ability is a little cheaper, but you have to sack a creature or an artifact. I have a little more black at this point, so maybe I go the Elite Headhunter. I think I'm going to go the Elite Headhunter and see what happens. So we got a Fortifying Provisions here, Barjane, Rimrock Knight. Not a lot going on. Green seems to be I don't love the cards. There's obviously green seems to be open a little bit, but I don't really love any of these cards. To Unveil Tree Folk's not bad. I mean, that can just be a devastating card. They're going to take the Rimrock Knight. I think the Knight's probably the best card here. In this case, another Tree Folk, Dwarven Mine. I think I'm going to take the Trebuchet. And what do we got here? Another Ginger Brute. I think I might take the Ginger Brute in this case. One of the Scavengers could be okay with a few artifacts. Actually, I'm not sure that I've really played it before. If you control an artifact or enchantment, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. It could be pretty good. The Garenbrig Squire is also quite good. That is also a very good card. I think I'm going to take the Ginger Brute though. I really like the Ginger Brute. So a lot of blue in this pack. We got a Beloved Princess, which is quite good. How many humans do I have? 1. And the Knight. Oh, and Sir Conrad's a human also. So I got a few humans, so I don't know if the turtle is something I want to take. Probably not. I might take the Gargoyle. I don't know. Beloved Princess is okay. Another solid, just 1-drop. But I don't know. I don't like anything really in this pack, to be honest. The Opt is okay. Opt is always decent. Scry 1 draw card. Yeah, I'm going to take the Opt. Do something different. Normally I would never take an Opt. I would just kind of just disregard it. So I'm going to try and do something different. And I have another Opt here and another Beloved Princess. Probably the only 2 cards that I would consider here. Beloved Princess obviously really good if you can get some equipment on it or an enchantment that makes her bigger. She could be quite good in that case. Might take another Opt. Why not? Try something different. Here, I don't know, Lash of Thorns I would consider. Could go the Shambling Suit now. I've really only got one. Oh no, the Trebuchet is an artifact also. Forgot about that. So I've got a couple of artifacts. The Shambling Suit's probably the best card here. I'm going to take the Shambling Suit. And then there's a Lochthwain Gargoyle and another Opt. I just run a whole bunch of Opts. Actually be kind of sweet. But given that I have two already, and now with a Shambling Suit, I may want now to take the Lochthwain Gargoyle. I think I'm going to take the Gargoyle for that reason. And let's take a Bartered Cow. Sure, probably going to just put that right into my sideboard, though. Same thing with the Wolf's Quarry for now. So here, we have a Gadwick the Wizened. Very interesting. Heraldic Banner is also very good. And Improbable Alliance, that's works well with Opts. And the Trapped in Tower is also very good. Youthful Knight, this is a good pack. Shining Armor is pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna be in white. I think I have to take Gadwick. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent and opponent controls. I think I have to take Gadwick here and try and jump into blue. Gadwick is exceptionally good. The card draw and the fact that, yeah, that's a game changer. That I think is a bomb. I think that's one of those game-changing bombs. Yeah, I'm taking Gadwick. I have to. I don't know what two colors I'm going to end up in, but I think I have to try and end up in blue at this point, which is something I don't play often, so this could be interesting. I have no idea what, at this point, my other color would be. Sage of the Falls here, or another non-human. You may draw a card if you do discard a card. That seems pretty good. The only other blue one we have is the Tome Raider. Searing Barrage is quite good if I consider going Izzet. And the Mysterious Pathlighter, 3 for a 2/2 flyer, pretty good. That enters the battlefield. If it has an adventure, it gets an additional 1/1 counter. Each creature you control that has an adventure enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. That is also a really, really good card. This is a tough call. Another non-human. So, again, I don't know what my secondary color is going to be. If it's red, I'm be okay for humans. The Overwhelmed Apprentice is a human. So that's tough. I mean, ideally you want to get some added value out of this by having the non-human part trigger a couple times once it's out. But, I mean, you're not going to drop it till turn 5, most likely. I also really like the Searing Barrage. I think I'd take the Pathlighter, though. I don't know. Or do I want to stick with red because I've only got 2 other red cards. The Pathlighter seems very good, though. I don't know why this one's tough. This was a tough one for me. I think I'm going to take the Pathlighter. I feel like it's quite good. And here, all that glitters. Ooh, all that glitters. I've got a few artifacts. Queen of Ice is also really, really good. And there's a couple good red cards here. I think red seems pretty good at this point. Like it maybe the bots aren't taking it. I feel weird saying it's open because I don't know, who knows with the bots, right? Is it open or are the bots just being stupid? I really want the Queen of Ice, but I feel like the glitters could also be really, really good in this deck at this point. I've got 5 artifacts if I include the Brimstone Trebuchet with the Shambling Suit. Yeah. No, sorry. Am I miscounting? That would be 4. Yeah. I think I'd take the Queen of Ice, though. I like all the glitters, but I think maybe I'm overvaluing it a bit. I've got 4 artifacts, maybe, if I play. Trebuchet would also be quite good in this deck, I feel like, at this point. But I think I'm going to take the Queen of Ice. There's another Trebuchet. Ooh, an Arcanist Owl is very good. I don't want to pass on another Trebuchet. I want more Trebuchets. Artifact or enchantment. The Owl's really good, though. If I potentially end up in blue-white, which is... I'm going to take the Owl. There's another Mysterious Pathlighter. I don't know how to have many creatures with adventures. The Queen of Ice does, which is great. In my colors, the Fairy Guidemother does. We're not even halfway through pack 2 though, so Silverflame Squire is okay, but the Pathlighter, I feel like that I have to take the Pathlighter. That's really good. Just a 2/2 flyer for 3 right off the bat. It's pretty good. Another Fireborn Knight. I think in this case I take the Guidemother, because with the Pathlighter, Guidemother enters with an extra 1/1 counter. Yeah, I'm going to take the Guidemother. I think I'm going to have to. We got a Shine Chaser here. Interesting. Again, that gets help from artifacts. So there's another Trebuchet I'm going to have to pass on. How many Trebuchets have I passed on? But I think I'm going to end up in blue-white at this point. All those Trebuchets would be great, though. I'm going to take the Shine Chaser. Here we've got Outflank, Fortifying Provisions. Fortifying Provisions is quite good. Just making all your creatures a little bigger in the butt. But I think I take the Outflank. Need some removal. Outflank is fantastic. Probably not going to take Tournament Grounds. Drawbridge is okay, but I think the Shining Armor here is the touch it to a knight. So do I have some knights in my colors? If I'm gonna play, if I'm ended up in blue-white, I really don't. So the Shining Armor might not actually be all that good. Because to cast it for 2 and then have to equip it for 3 sucks. That kind of sucks. I don't have a bunch of knights, so I think maybe I take the Drawbridge. I think I like it. It's an artifact, at least, that I think is better right now for me than the Shining Armor. And again, I do want some artifacts. The Arcanist Owl benefits from artifacts. The Shambling Suit benefits from artifacts. The Shine Chaser benefits from artifacts. What else do I have? I thought there was something else I had that benefited from artifacts. Maybe not. Is that all? So I'm going to take the Crashing Drawbridge. True Love's Kiss is pretty good. Situational. I think I'd take the Tome Raider. I don't love a 1/1 for 3, but it draws a card. So card advantage is always good, and that's something I'm kind of a theme. I'm a little bit of a theme I'm building with this deck. A couple of opts. Scry off the Overwhelmed Apprentice. Yeah, I'm going to take the Tome Raider. Normally I think that card's just crap, but I'm going to take it. So there's another Trebuchet that I'm disappointed that I don't have, that I'm not going to take Trebuchets. Am I really married to white at this point? I'm not super married to white, actually, so I think I'm going to take the Trebuchet just in case, but I think odds are I'm going to end up in white. I'm going to take the Silver Flame Ritual. Skullknocker Ogre, okay, an uncommon at this point. That's not terrible, and it is possible still that I end up in red. And there's a Fling. Geez, maybe I should be in red. There's a Slaying Fire, which is really, really good. So's the Archon of Absolution. The Archon of Absolution is really good. Holy smokes. Mirror Maid, just copy any artifact or enchantment on the battlefield. I've got a bunch of artifacts. Copy a Shambling Suit would be sweet, because then they would increase each other's. And would it be, if it becomes a copy, is it an enchantment and an artifact? Would it double the bonus here? I'm actually not sure. What do you guys think? Rampart Smasher, if you guys watched my last video, just absolutely wrecked my face. This is a really tough call. Like, I could still end up in red here, and Slaying Fire is really good, and so is Archon of Absolution, a 4 for a 3/2 flyer with protection from white that makes your opponents pay more. And the Mirror Maid is really good. Is the Mirror Maid that good, though? That's the question. I feel like it could be really cool with the Shambling Suit. And I really want to try to see whether it works, whether they give each other double bonus, whether Mirror Maid, when it becomes a copy, is it still an enchantment and an artifact? And then they both get a bonus of 2 off of it. I really want to try it, but I think I can... Okay, I don't love Silver Flame Ritual. It's okay. Let's put that in the sideboard. The Mysterious Pathlighter. In blue, I only have 1 creature, and in white, I have 2 that have an adventure. So at this point, I'm not getting a ton of benefit out of the Mysterious Pathlighter. And the Fairy Guidemother's okay, and the Outflank is pretty good. In red, I've got a Fling, which is really good, a Rimrock Knight, which is really good. Brimstone Trebuchets, I think, are fun in this deck. And I've got a Skullknocker Ogre. At this point, I think my red is a little stronger. Let me know if you guys think I'm wrong. I think my red is a little bit stronger. Like, if I had more creatures with adventures, that would put the Mysterious Pathlighters right up here, and my white would be really strong, but I'm not sold on it. I think I'm going to take... With the Archon, though, that might put it over the top, right? That might put white back out ahead, but it doesn't have an adventure. I'm going to take the Slaying Fire. We might still end up in Izzet. Oh, and there's a Lock Dragon and an Animating Fairy, which has an adventure. Non-creature artifact you control. Non-creature artifact. A couple of my artifacts are creatures, unfortunately. The Shambling Suit. The Shambling Suit is the only one that isn't. The rest are. So that's cool, but I think I take the Lock Dragon now. Yeah. Another Gingerbrute would be nice. I'm taking the Lock Dragon. This is gonna be a tricky deck for me to play because I don't play this. I don't play blue a lot. I don't draft blue a lot. I don't play. I play red a fair bit, but I don't draft blue a whole lot. There's another Lochthwain Gargoyle. Even a Roving Keep could be interesting in this deck. It's another artifact. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. I like the Ogre Errant, though. I don't have a bunch of knights, as we already confirmed. So let's take some stuff out here, so I know what I'm looking at. We're not going to play black now. I think we're not going to play white. So let's take the Pathlighters out, take the Outflank, and the Fairy Guidemothers out. So what are we looking at now? Also take the Elite Headhunter out. Got a couple 4-drops, 3 of them with the Skullknocker Ogre. The Ogre Errant is useless. I think, what is that? Rimrock Knight, the only knight? Yeah, so the Ogre Errant's kind of useless. Moonlit Scavengers, again, if you control an artifact. I passed on one of those before, and you only get it one time, and it's a 6-drop. I don't know if the Merfolk is better at a 2-drop. I think I do want some 2-drops. I'm a little light in the 1 and 2-drop area. Yeah, I think I go the 2-drop Wishful Merfolk. Yeah, I'm going to do that, yeah. I think my top end is fine at this point. I think I need to fill out the lower end of my curve. So, Weaselback Redcap is really good, low end. Merchant of the Veil, another way in red to just draw a card, discard a card, which is great. Unexplained Vision, draw 3 cards is great, but for 5, meh. So it's either the Merchant of the Veil or the Weaselback Redcap. I'm not going to be super aggro with this deck. I feel like Merchant of the Veil is probably the right choice. Even though I want some more, maybe 1 or 2 more 1-2-drop creatures, I'm going to take the Merchant of the Veil. It seems really good. There's another Trebuchet, great early blocker. Raging Redcap's also really good. Run Away Together. I heard somebody else talking about this card and saying, and I thought it didn't seem that good, but they made the case that in certain situations this could just be, this really swing the momentum in your favor. Avoid a removal and return something to your opponent's hand, return a creature to your opponent's hand, and force them to have to spend the mana to cast it all over again. So, and it's only 2, and it's instant speed. So initially I kind of wrote this card off for a long time. I did, but I think it's actually pretty good. I've got 2 Trebuchets already, and the bots don't seem to be taking them at all. I'm going to take the Run Away Together. First time I think I've picked one of those. Mystical Dispute. It's a counterspell. I don't have any counterspells in this deck at this point, even though I'm in blue. So I think I don't really care for the Mystical Dispute. What is the Sorcerer's Broom? Whenever you sack another permanent, not going to be doing that a whole lot. I think I have to take the Vantress Paladin. Another flyer in my colors is really good. Gingerbread's always good too. Just Gingerbread, I feel like actually works really well in this deck. I have a lot of artifacts matter and a lot of creatures that are better at defending. Well, 2/3 Queen of Ice is really good at defending. The Trebuchets are really good at defending. The Drawbridge is a good defender. The Gargoyle is a good defender. Yeah, so strategy with this deck, I think, sit back and defend with another Gingerbrute maybe. Just start pinging my opponent with Gingerbrutes. Oh, I gotta take this Shine Chaser out. I just saw there was a Shine Chaser there, and I gotta take that out. And the Arcanist Owl too, actually. I'm probably not gonna play that since I'm gonna end up in Izzet from the looks of it. So just want to take a quick look through here again. Just want to see, is the Shambling Suit the only thing I have left now that really benefits from artifacts? I think that might be the case. Yes, it looks that way. So I don't need a ton of artifacts actually, because it was the Shine Chaser benefited from artifacts, and the Arcanist Owl a little bit. Got a couple of really good cards here though in red. Another Fling. Do I want a Fling? Or do I want a Red Cap? Weaselback Red Cap's pretty good. Another cheap creature. I think I'd take the red cap. I don't have... I'd really like another opt. I think would be nice for this deck, but... and what do we got here? A whole bunch of green. Venerable Knight is a really good cheap. But not in my colors. I'd take a Dwarven Mine, maybe? Yeah, I guess take the Dwarven Mine, because I've given up on white, so... Take the Dwarven Mine. Here we got Lonesome Unicorn. And... another... the Mistford Turtle. So how many... The Weaselback is not... And that would work really well. Attack with the Turtle and the Weaselback. Make the Weaselback red cap so it can't be blocked. And then buff it. That's sweet. And the Gingerbrute too. Also sweet. Yeah, I'm going to take... Again, my top end is okay. It's actually could be better. But I think I'm going to take the Turtle because I want to try that. Especially with the Gingerbrute. And there's another Gingerbrute, which is sweet. I'm taking that. Red Cap Raiders. Tap an untapped non-human creature you control. I don't think I have really enough. I might take the Gargoyle. And 7 Dwarves. I'm not going to play 7 Dwarves. And, okay, so I'm just going to see how many non-creature spells I have. A couple of opts, creature, run away together, that gets me to 3, there's 1 fling, 5 with the slaying fire, 6 with the shambling suit, and that's it. I have 6 non-creature spells. I think I'd take another fling for that reason. I could use another, and there's a Dwarven Mine. Okay, so that took half an hour to finish that draft. That was a tough draft for me. And although I've ended up at 43 cards with what do we got? 9 islands, 9 and 8, so that's 17 lands, and I could almost run 16 in this deck. Because I top out at 4, essentially. I don't know if this deck is going to do what I want it to do. I've got a few flyers, though. And I'm actually, now that I'm looking at this deck, I'm like, do I really know what this deck is trying to do? Do I really have a strategy here? Not sure. Gadwick is really good. The dragon is quite good if I can get them out. I'm really going to have to play very defensive until I do. So I've got I just need to cut some creatures, obviously. I've only got 6 non-creature spells. Skullknocker Ogre's okay, and I feel like I need that power. I don't want to cut that. I want to keep the Mistford River Turtle. Merchant of the Veil I have to keep. The Trebuchets I think are really good. The Tome Raider, yeah, but draws me a card and it's a flyer. And I think I need the flyers in this deck because I'm going to be defending on the ground and trying to fly over top with what I have left. I think the Crashing Drawbridge. Now, I'm not going super aggro. To give the odd flyer haste would be good, but I just don't know that fits well in this deck. Same kind of, well, Rimrock Knight is just good because of the Boulder Rush ability. Just that extra ability. Give one of my flyers, pump one of my flyers for a turn. I think I'm going to take out the Crashing Drawbridge to start. Wishful Merfolk's okay. 3 Gingerbrutes. I think I need the Gingerbrutes too, though. And the Weaselback. So do I take out the... I feel like I need the Gargoyles to give them flying late game. Good early defenders that you give flying later on. So what the heck do I take out here? I feel like I like the Wishful Merfolk just because you can make it attack, but is it really that great? Is it really that great? It's a 3-2. It's a very good attacker. I don't know. I don't have a lot of power otherwise. So maybe I do kind of need it. Merchant of the Veil I like. the trebuchets I like. Again, let's take a look at this curve. I think I'm going to cut a land. If I top out at 4, why the heck do I need 17 lands? I don't think I do. So, and we're exactly 10 blue and 10 red. So, let's cut an island. A lot of my early game is islands. A lot of my cheap cards are... Well, no, not really. It's kind of even. Well, with the three 1-drops there, yeah. So then I only need to cut one more card, though, if I cut an island, and I go 8-8. So, man, I don't know. What do you guys think here? Is 3 ginger brutes too many? I don't think so. Cut one of the Locthwain gargoyles, maybe? I can't cut any of the trebuchets. I keep looking at it, being like, do I need to? But I think I do. I almost want to cut... I like the card draw, but I have a fair bit of other... Well, not a fair bit, but I have the Merchant of the Veil. I've got 2 opts. I have other ways. I have the Overwhelmed Apprentice to scry. Do I have anything else to draw cards? The Lock Dragon does, and Gadwick. So the Tome Raider being just a 1. 1-1 for 3. 1-1 flyer for 3. I think I'm going to try cutting the Tome Raider. I don't know if that's the right decision, but like, even the Locthwain Gargoyle, I feel like it's better to leave both of those, because at least later on, late game, if you've got nothing else to do, make him a 2-3 flyer, which is better than for the same cost, right? No, it's 4. But still, I can cut the Tome Raider. I have other ways to draw cards. I'm going to try it anyway. Alright. Let's try this deck. I have no idea if this is going to work. This could just completely crash and burn. This could completely crash and burn. I don't know. I don't have much in the way of finisher. And I'm going to rely on blocking on the ground and hopefully drawing a few extra cards and getting in with flyers. So I usually draft fairly aggressive, like Gruul, Boros, so this is a different kind of strategy for me. I like this opening hand, though. Overwhelmed Apprentice is a really good card to lead off with, so is the Ginger Brute. I've got the mana I need. I can get to the Brimstone Trebuchet, so this is a good start. I think I'm going to lead off, maybe with the Overwhelmed Apprentice instead of the Ginger Brute. Get the Scry 2 right away. Have my opponent put the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. There's 2 lands. That could be really good or really bad. Do I need another land at this point? I mean, the Runaway Together is... I have 3 lands. I think maybe I get rid of a land. I have the lands I need to cast everything in hand and the Runaway Together that I'm going to draw. So, put a land on the bottom. And my opponent... opponent Golgari Food, maybe? So, let's go get a mountain out. No, I don't want to do the Wishful Merfolk. The Ginger Brute can attack right away, so I can potentially get in for 2 here, depending if my opponent has anything to do. I have no 1-drops, so I don't think there's any... creatures with flash. There's creatures with flash and green. So I'm going to make it so the Ginger Brute can't be blocked except by creatures with haste, just in case, and get in for 2. Ooh, opponent drafted a Once Upon a Time. Creature or land. Found a land, so there's a Lost Legion. Gets to scry 2. Lost Legion's a pretty good card, but I'm not... I mean, he can start attacking with that, and I could defend with the trebuchet. Yeah. Do I want to... Do I want to just play the Merfolk as a deterrent because it's a 3/2 defender, and then I can swing in with the Ginger Brute still? I think maybe that's what I do. Kind of use the Ginger Brute while I can to hopefully, you know, ping my opponent for a few. So maybe that's what I do. I want to get the Trebuchet out there, but I feel like... So opponent plays the Wicked Guardian. So now I can play the Mistford River Turtle, but I don't really want to. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Trebuchet out, and just double check. Nope, no haste. I'm gonna swing in with the Gingerbread again, and getting a pretty good defensive board state going here, and the Gingerbread has still so far been left unchecked, which is good. Oh, a Giant Skewer, that's going to help my opponent get through for some damage. Still just a 6/3 though, so 6/3, whenever creature deals combat damage to equipped creature deals combat damage to a creature, create a food token. So I think I have to trade with the Merfolk here, with the Wishful Merfolk. I think that's a pretty good trade at this point. Opponent gets a food. Opponent could put the Giant Skewer right on to the Lost Legion, but I think I have to anyway. So here I play another. If I play another Trebuchet, I want to be able to keep the Runaway Together open, but I can't yet. I think I play another Trebuchet, swing in with the Gingerbread again. It's been working so far. Let's do it. I already did that. Don't do that again. Go to combat. Swing. Yep. Next. Now, I gotta remember to use these on my opponent's turn. I didn't do that last time. I didn't block with the Trebuchet, and I didn't activate it to ping my opponent, so I missed that. So opponent's gonna cast Foreboding Fruit on him or herself, probably himself, the Tedster, and gonna take 2 and draw 2 cards, which is pretty good. That could really help. Him. So opponent now swinging for 4. I think I just have to take it. I don't really want to lose any of. I can't triple block, so I think I have to just take 4. Don't forget to use the Trebuchet, ping my opponent for 1, and go to my turn. Drew a Slaying Fire, which is quite good. It's instant speed. I do not have 3 red mana though, which sucks, but that's okay. I can use that. And I can do both the Slaying Fire and the Runaway Together, so I could potentially block, save my creature. No, I can't do it after the damage is done. So anyways, we are just going to make so the Gingerbread, not that it really matters because he's got no other creatures out and he's tapped out. So I might as well swing with everything at this point. Hit my opponent for 2 and just end the turn there. So my opponent's got a mitt full of cards again, which is a little scary. Ooh, creates the 3/2/2 bear tokens. Crazy. That's wow. So we're gonna go to blockers, and let's block to damage. Actually, maybe you instead of losing the Trebuchet at this point, I just bounce them both. So save mine, and he can't recast the Lost Legion this turn or re-equip the Giant Skewer, so let's do that. I'm going to return both. And then remember to ping my opponent for 1 and go to my turn. Okay, so Merchant of the Veil, I can use the Haggle, which isn't bad. And might be worth it. Getting rid of... It may even be worth getting rid of the turtle at this point, but it can keep blocking and I can keep pinging my opponent, so I'm not sure that I want to. So let's go to combat here. I'm going to swing with the Ginger Brute, make it so that it can't be blocked. None of the bears have haste. Let's go next. Damage. I'm going to get the Trebuchet back out. And do I do the... I don't know if I want to do the Merchant at this point. It's instant. I can do it any time. So I think I'm just going to hold off for now. And I'm winning this race slowly but surely. Winning this race. That will help my opponent. Dies to the Slaying Fire though, fortunately. That will help it even more though. 6-3. 6-3, doesn't have trample. I think I have to take 6 off it though. I don't think I really have a choice. I can't triple block it and lose my trebuchets. So if he's going to attack, no blocks. Just go to damage and take it. Go to 10. We're going to use the trebuchet, hit my opponent. And maybe I want the turtle out at this point. I don't think I actually do. I don't think I care. So I'm going to use the Haggle. Let's discard the turtle. Draw a Dwarven Mind. That's okay. Not really a good trade. I can almost kill I could do damage to any target. So if I could literally hit my opponent for 3 here and Slaying Fire now though. My opponent to the face with the Adamant. My opponent can't sack the food. He's tapped out, so I think I have to do it here. It's now or never. So make the Ginger Brute so it can't be blocked. Go to combat. Swing with the Ginger Brute. Next to damage. Tap. Ping. Tap. Ping. Just going to make sure that I know it gives you the option to do it for the Adamant cost, but I am just going to manually do it and hit my opponent, pay Adamant, boom. Yes. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. I think that was... the deck worked. The deck worked. What the hell do you know? Just played slow, thought it through. That worked. Sweet. Let's give it a go again. That was awesome. So it turned out using the Haggle to discard the turtle, drawing the Dwarven Mine. Even though I ended up drawing another mountain anyway, I would have drawn one either way, another red source. That allowed me though to get the Adamant cost. So this hand kind of sucks. I have an opt though. I have a Ginger Brute. Do I take the chance that the opt will help me? Hopefully find a red source. Oh, I should probably mulligan this. I'm gonna try it just because I have the opt. I could just opt turn 1. Ugh. Is that one of the? Is that the sleeves from the secret lair? I think it is. That's kind of cool. I think that's. Okay, so opponent took a mulligan. I am going to turn 1. I'm going to do the Ginger Brute, swing for 1. And then if I don't draw a mountain next turn, I'm going to use the opt either way. Unless I do draw a mountain, in which case I did not. So let's go opt. Scry 1, draw a card. It's Trebuchet, so I can't do it. Put it on the bottom, draw a card. It's another island. Ugh. So yeah, make it so the gingerbread can't be blocked. Swing. Now I'm really. Did I make a mistake keeping that opening hand? Opponent's coming out with some pretty good stuff, and I shouldn't even be swinging really, because the gingerbread can not block the Youthful Knight. The Youthful Knight has first strike, so no, I can't really successfully block anything. Boy, do I need a mountain. Holy smokes, I need a mountain right now. Yes! Okay. Whew, we're potentially in business. Okay. I think I just have to get one of these creatures out as a defender. I don't think I can... And it's obviously the Merchant of the Veil. I can't use the Haggle ability, so let's just cast the Merchant of the Veil as a 2/3. And just in case I want to activate this, ping my opponent for 1. So now I can block the Youthful Knight at least, which is good. Opponent can keep pinging me in the air, and opponent plays nothing, which is great. And I drew a Gargoyle, which is actually fantastic because I could activate it on my opponent's turn to block and kill the Fairy Guidemother. Now, question is, do I want to do that, or do I want to ping with the Gingerbrute again? I think I do. I think I still want to do that. No, go to combat. I could also get the Rimrock Knight out, but I don't see a point in doing that yet. My opponent's going to swing, so I could actually use the... No, I can't use the Boulder. I have to give this flying, so I can't... There's nothing really I can do. I'm not going to use a Fling to take down the Guidemother. Opponent's stalled out here. If he's playing 2-color, he's really screwed. I drew a Gadwick, which is sweet. So we're going to make... I could just make the Gargoyle a flyer this turn for 4. And start hitting my opponent for 3. Then I'm really getting ahead in the race. Let's make it so the Gingerbread can't be blocked. So that means if I pay 4, then I literally can't do anything else. I'm going to cast the Boulder Rush on the Gingerbread, and it's instant speed, so I'm going to swing first. Go to blockers. Let's do the Boulder Rush. Opponent hasn't done anything yet. Give it +2. Next to damage. Hit my opponent for 3. And we'll just... I guess we have to end the turn there. I don't want to get just 1 out of Gadwick when I could potentially get 2 at least. Opponent found his mountain, so that's a problem. Potentially a problem. Pass to blockers. Pass to damage. Opponent does not have anything else to cast. That's crazy. There's another Gargoyle, which is great. I could cast the Rimrock. I can't do it now, but I could use the Fling at some point, because the Rimrock at this point, with the Youthful Knight sitting over there, he's kind of useless. So I might do that. Get the Rimrock Knight out. Make the Gingerbrute. Do the Gingerbrute thing again. Go to combat. Hit with the Gingerbrute, hopefully. Next to damage. And then we'll play the Gargoyle. So the next turn I could fling the Rimrock Knight at something. Potentially probably the Youthful Knight is what I want to take out. See if my opponent yeah, that's fine. Take out my Gargoyle. That's perfectly fine. I was expecting that at some point my opponent would have some sort of removal spell. Oh, Weaselback, not bad. Yep, so my turn. So, ooh, Queen of Ice. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. So I think I want to fling... The red cap might actually be better target right now. But I still think I want to fling... It requires a red, and opponent still at this point only has one red. So he can only activate that once, and he can't do it this turn, so I think I'm gonna fling my Rimrock Knight at the Youthful Knight. And then no. And then I'm going to cast I'm going to use the Rage of Winter on the Weaselback and go to combat, swing with both, and end the turn. So I think this is going pretty well. Opponent's going to attack. That Guide Mother done a lot of damage with that Fairy Guide Mother. And there's a Worthy Knight. Pretty good card. So go to my turn. Ooh, a Shambling Suit at this point is kind of sweet. So I think I go... what do we do here? I'm definitely gonna hit with the Gingerbread again, I think. Opponent could start. The Weaselback doesn't untap next turn. And the Merchant of the Veil can block the Worthy Knight. So I think maybe I start hitting for a little more here. And go in for 3 and keep the Merchant of the Veil back to block. Because my opponent's got to do something now. He's got to take out one of these or stop swinging with the Guide Mother to chump block the Gargoyle once. Gained what? 5 life off that. Yeah, he was down to 5. That's really good. That really helped. So again, I just have to keep pinging my opponent. Got a bunch of defensive creatures. None of them I want to fling at the Guide Mother to stop it, although it's tempting. So I feel like I gotta get this Queen of Ice out. Is there anything I can cast cheaper though, as a cheaper defender, so that I can still use the Gargoyle? I don't think so. I'm gonna cast the Queen of Ice. Make the Gingerbrute unblockable again. Next, hit with it. At this point, I'm still winning the race if we're going 1 for 1, but opponent's got 5 creatures now to my 3 untapped creatures. Still only got 4 lands in play. He's missed a bunch of land drops. He can still only activate the Weaselback red cap 1 time. And it would still just trade with something. So you can't reasonably swing with any of these creatures. It's just the Guide Mother that can attack profitably at this point. So, and he chooses not to attack with anything. And I drew another land, which is great. I'm now sitting on 6. Not enough to cast both of these, unfortunately, but potentially enough to get a lot of good value out of Gadwick. Mistford River Turtle, though, I start swinging with that. I could, unfortunately, the Merchant of the Veil is a human, and so is the Queen of Ice, of course. I think I'm gonna if I do that for 4, that only leaves me 2 up. I think I want to take take it a little slower here. Maybe get the Shambling Suit out. Is that the right play at all? I don't know. Get the Shambling Suit out, so at least I've got another blocker. Make it so the Ginger Brute can't be blocked. Still no haste over there. Go to combat. Just attack with that. I mean, maybe I should be attacking with more creatures. Maybe I should be attacking with the Queen of Ice. I'm gonna attack with the Queen of Ice too. I mean, if it does combat damage to a creature, that creature doesn't untap, right? Yes. Ah, he's gonna fling it, or he's gonna fling it. I was thinking I could fling, but no, he's gonna return it, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. Next, go to damage. Ginger Brute pings for 1. Let's just end the turn there. Oh yeah, the Shambling Suit buffs itself, so it's a 3/3, not a 2/3, which is cool. His opponent's gonna play the Shepherd of the Flock. That could easily be killed by the fling. Didn't get the Fairy Guidemother out, so now I need to swing. Oh, there's another Ginger Brute. Oh. Yeah, I have 6 mana, so Ginger Brute obviously can't be blocked. Oh, I thought I had enough to do both and the Gargoyle, so I think I'm gonna have to just make so the Gargoyle gets flying, and really, you tap the Shambling Suit? Okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna hit ping with the Gargoyle. Just be patient. Just be patient here. I think I'm good if I just... I've still got the Gadwick, which draws me 3 cards, which is sweet, and a fling, which is a decent removal if I need it. At this point, I could probably fling the Merchant of the Veil at something, but it's only does 2, right? It's the sacrificed creature's power. So he's gonna buff the Shepherd of the Flock, give it flying, hit me in the face for 5, which is fine, but that's not really gonna... Like, that puts him out ahead, but I'm still gonna win this race, I think. I mean, I can hit my opponent for 4 here, and he can't really crack back for much. So let's do this, because then I've still got 3 blockers. Oh, taps him down again. Okay. So that only leaves me 2 blockers, so I need to be a little more careful. Do I just swing with 1 Ginger Brute? What do I do here? Maybe I swing with the Queen of Ice also. He'd have to double block it. I think that's too aggressive though, because my opponent could just crack back with... He's got a bunch of flyers in hand. Take my opponent down to 5 and only have 2 blockers. Potentially take 3. I think I just got to be patient. It's just too tight a game. I think I have to be patient here. Yeah, there's another flyer, which I'm going to have to potentially... These flyers are going to hurt me. Although the flyers can also hurt him. Yeah, those flyers are a problem. Those flyers are a problem. If I go Lochthwain Gargoyle and I'm swinging for 4, my opponent can't take that. He can't take 4. Well, he could. I need to get another blocker out, or I need to take down the Ardenvale Tactician with my fling. Like, fling the Shambling Suit at the Ardenvale Tactician. If I fling the Shambling Suit at the Ardenvale Tactician, then then play like another blocker in Skullknocker Ogre. Very good blocker. I mean, the Mistforward River Turtle is great, but the Skullknocker can kill anything over there. So I think I have to do it. Let's go Shambling. No, I want to hit the Tactician with the Shambling suit, I think. That feels crappy, but I have to take out that flyer, I think. And maybe I just play the River Turtle. Either or is pretty good. So 1, 2, 3. So I don't think I can attack yet. It's just too tight a game. God damn. Burton's got another Tactician in hand though. Oh my god, this is tight. This is tight. I think I need to use Gadwick really soon. Draw a bunch of cards. Hope to find something good. Opponent's going to swing for 1 in the air. I've got more flyers in this deck. I need to find a removal here. I'm in trouble. Gingerbread is not what I need. I hit my opponent for 3 though. It's just not enough. Brutal. If opponent swings with both of those though, no, it's still not. Damn it. Because he just cracks back. He cracks back with everything. He knows he can get through. Which is rough. Like really rough. So I think I cast the Gingerbrute. Gadwick's not a flyer, but he can help me really. I need to just, let's see, so 3, so I can do 3. I've got 6 up, yeah, so I can go 3 and 3. Yeah, just auto pay. Let's pay it all. Draw 3 cards. I did not find anything to help me. I found an opt. Scry 1, draw a card. Well, that ability is way off the screen. Tap target non-land permanent opponent controls. I don't want to cast that if I don't have to. Can I cancel? Save that for my opponent's turn? Damn it, I didn't realize that. No. Committed, I can't cancel it. Shoot. Opt, I could have done that any time. Damn it. That sucks. That sucks. That could have really helped me. That could have really helped me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I just try it? No. I don't think so. I think I have to wait. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Ooh, that's really good. Really good. These flyers, that sucks. I've got ways to balance too, and I've got still, I think I've got a Slaying Fire in my deck somewhere. I know I do. And I just drew it. Holy crap. Holy flippin' crap. I still don't know if I can make this work. I still don't know if I can make this work, but I can. Hold on. I can do this again. None of these creatures have haste. I can hit my opponent for 3 with the Gingerbrutes and Slaying Fire my opponent to the face. My god, I might have just drawn what I need to get out of this. Holy crap. I have enough. Blue. It has to be blue. Yes. Do not screw this up. Blue. Yes. Did I really just do this again? Opponent could still have something to cast. He could still have something to remove the Gingerbrutes. And he's just got to remove one of them. Next to combat. 1, 2, 3. I could attack with everything just to help ensure that I get through for that one more. But he could block everything. Like, I don't know why he wouldn't. I think that would be... I'm going to swing with the gargoyle, so he thinks I'm going to give it flying. He thinks I could give that flying. Next to damage. Yes. And then 1, 2, 3. 3 red mana. 4 damage to my opponent's face. Pay adamant. That's fine. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, wow. We got there. We got there. Drew the Slaying Fire. Thank God I realized that. Thank God I realized I could use the Gingerbrutes again. What a close game. That was awesome. That was so flippin' awesome. Oh man. Oh, that was really cool. That was really cool. I should play blue more often. Even though it's the Slaying Fire that got me there the last 2 games, but still, this deck is fun. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. I thought I was gonna lose that. I thought those flyers were gonna kill me, and when I drew that Slaying Fire, I thought, okay, I need to kill this Tactician. Good thing I didn't pull the trigger on that too fast. Wow. That's why you just gotta take your time, examine the whole field. So, this is a very defensive opening hand, but we're going to keep it because so far it's worked pretty well for us. Long games. This video is already at 1 hour and 12 minutes. We've only got 2 games in, but we won them both, so that's what's important, right? So, opponent's deciding here whether to take a mulligan. So we're going to go Mountain, drop the Gargoyle. Opponent did take a mulligan. Yeah, he went down to 6. So opponent drops a Forest. And going to pass the turn. I like that. So we'll drop another Mountain. Don't show our opponent what we're playing yet. Obviously not going to fling and not going to attack. Going to end the turn. Unfortunately, we have to end the turn. Ooh. It's funny because I normally just don't like the strategy of sitting back, being defensive, and grinding out these slow games, because slow games I find are a lot harder to figure out how to win, and it's something I struggle with. I'll be totally honest. I struggle with figuring out still complicated board states and figuring out how to win, because I've only been playing this game for a couple years, very infrequently, and only for not even the last year, really more regularly. So it's still something that I'm working on just getting better at. So I am going to, obviously, swing with the Gingerbrute. Do I still want to activate his ability just in case? Sure, why not? Go to damage. Hit my opponent for 1, and end the turn. So next turn we can use the Gingerbrute's ability and get a Trebuchet out on the battlefield. So, double strike, nice. Raging Redcap. So I hope he's gonna probably hope he has a way to buff the Redcap. So let's just do this anyway. Next. attack, boom, and get the trebuchet out. So Raging Redcap. So if he, if he's must have some enchantment. I can't remember the name. Oh, like that. That's bomb. That is bomb. That is really, really good. I'm gonna have to fling the Wishful Merfolk. Yeah, I'm gonna take 6 here, which is brutal. And my opponent might have something else. There's no other... No, I don't think there's anything else, like anything else with flash that my opponent could throw out in those colors to make it bigger. So he's going to use Fertile Footsteps. So, yeah, when he gets to 7, he can cast that, which is a problem. That's 7... It'll be a 7/7 if it comes out at that point. So we're definitely going to have to fling the Merfolk at the Raging Redcap. Boom. Sorry. Go to combat. Attack with the Ginger Brute. And that is my turn. I might as well save the Trebuchet for now. Activate that on my opponent's turn. So, opponent's only 1 away from being able to use that, from being able to cast that Beanstalk Giant, which is, I can't, there's nothing in my deck that can deal with that. Nothing. So, I need to just chump block it, maybe. Keep pinging with the Ginger Brute. Gotta start using the Gargoyle, I think, to hit my opponent in the air for 2. And hope that I keep drawing some chump blockers, really. And even the Carver is a threat at this point, so especially the Halberd too. Fortunately, it costs 5 to equip. Only, fortunately, it costs 5 to equip. Ooh, that's not very nice. I have no way to return that to my hand. Fine. That's unfortunate. Ping my opponent for 1. Even though on the Mistborn River Turtle, it is a chump blocker. And next turn he can swing. Let's hope my opponent doesn't have 1 more land in hand. So let's get the River Turtle out. And we're just gonna have to pass. No attacks. End turn. I really think this is not looking good for me. If my opponent found a land, oh man. I need a lot more turns with no land. I need a bunch more turns. +3/+3. A 6/5 just stupid vanilla Garenbrig Carver. Nothing I can do about that either. Damn. I'm gonna lose this game. Not looking good. Not looking good. Do I take another 6? Go down to 8? I think this doesn't look good, but no matter what. Let's just take it. We'll wait, see what happens here. See what we draw. An island is not gonna help me. So we're like chump blocking at this point. Another Trebuchet. I can't, there's nothing I can fling. Nothing I can fling. A bunch of 1 toughness creatures are not going to help me. And not even enough to kill that Carver. I could wait. I could use possibly the Gargoyle. Get +2. Then I'd still have to use all 3 of these. And that's not going to work now, because now it's an 8/6. So, my opponent literally has 1 creature, and there's nothing I can do. Pass, chump block. What do I block with the River Turtle? Let's block with the Gargoyle. At this point, I'm not gonna need to. That might have been a mistake, but Yeah, I could have given the gargoyle potentially now with the boulder rush. I could have given it. I could have made it 4 power, which would have got me within 2 of killing the carver, which would have been good. That would have been better anyway. So probably shouldn't. I kind of knew it was a mistake to throw the gargoyle in front. Rimrock Knight can't even block, which totally sucks. And now, even with all 3 of those and the Rimrock Knight, or in the Boulder Rush, it doesn't help. So let's go, no attacks, end turn. I could potentially block with all 3, use the Boulder Rush, and then fling something at it to finish it off. I think that's like literally it's gonna kill. It won't kill everything actually, but I have to fling my last creature at it because it'll kill 2 of these at least. So I think I do have to triple block it. Triple block. Opponent's gonna order, and we're gonna go Boulder Rush on the last one, I think is what I want to do. So now we're up to what, 5 power? I wonder if my opponent has anything else to cast. I doubt it. I don't know. 2 cards that I can't see. So it's funny, you don't want your opponent's at 6 lands and you don't want them to draw another one. Normally you want your opponent to keep flooding out, but I do not want to see that giant. So what's my opponent thinking about now? Gonna go to damage. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and now unfortunately I have to fling my last creature at the Gadwick Carver. Could have actually, no, I couldn't have done both. I couldn't have, so yeah, let's target the Carver, sack the Trebuchet. Does 3 power, 3 damage to the Carver because it had 3 power. So then that should deal with the Carver. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, he flings it at my face. What? Wow, that was kind of cool, I guess. If I could still say good game, I would. Yeah, that was, my opponent just had a devastating deck there. Well, that was game 3. We're 2-1 now, so let's go to the next one. Let's go to game 4 here. See if we can pick up another win. First two games went so well. All right. That's where this deck has trouble against really aggressive, high power decks. Yeah, this is a problem. I think I keep this. I don't have a lot going on here, but I've got an opt at least. I don't like this much at all. And obviously, I'm against another opponent who's drafted green, which tends to indicate aggressive, but you never know. Scry 1, draw a card. Oh, the Lock Dragon. Do I keep it on top? I think I do, actually. It's not terrible. We've got the lands in hand to get to it. We've got another creature to cast in the meantime, and hopefully we get some more draws, so it's not terrible. I keep finding lands, unfortunately. Opponent's got the Gadwick Squire, which is, it would kill the Merfolk, which kind of sucks. I think no. Opponent's got 2 mana up. I don't want to block that. Opponent plays another land. Goes with... Did he actually cast the Rosethorn Acolyte? Yeah. So I'm assuming my opponent probably had a trick there, because he would have done the Rosethorn Acolyte before if he was smart, anyway. So let's get another mountain out, and the Weaselback Redcap, maybe? Roaster Acolyte's quite good. It can help him buff. I don't want to fling anything, though, at this point, I don't think. Well, let's just end the turn. Next turn we can get the Lock Dragon out, and I can buff the Weaselback Redcap, so I can trade with both of my opponent's creatures at the moment. Is my opponent really playing mono green? I'm kind of expecting a swing here with both. I really think my opponent's got an instant, a combat trick in hand. Just swings with the Squire, though. I think I'm not gonna block it again. I don't like it. I just think I can just hopefully safely take another 2. I don't know. Just don't like it. So opponent's maybe playing Selesnya. Maybe picked up another defender, which is nice. I guess I just gotta get the Lock Dragon. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. So definitely gonna cast that. Discard. I kind of want to get the little chump blocker off of this, but if I discard the mountain, then it will not enter. I'm gonna discard the mountain anyway. Hope that I draw another one, maybe, if I don't get the value out of the Dwarven Mine, whatever. No, I drew an island. Cool. No attacks. So I got another defender to get out, which is good. It's just a 0/3, which it's, you know, at least it defends against anything my opponent has out currently. Although that Oakham Ranger is a problem. Gives him a couple, gives him a 3/4 and a 3/3 and a bunch of 2/2s. Out muscle. Out muscle. I think at this point, do I want to trade the Wishful Merfolk for the Garenbrig Squire? I know if he casts an Oakham Ranger, the Squire's going to get +3/+3. I'd rather trade it for the Acolyte, but he's not attacking with that, so let's just trade with the Squire, maybe. Man, not drawing anything I need here, which sucks. Play the Gargoyle. At least it can block. I can buff the Weaselback Redcap a couple times. I could always buff it and fling it, which is an option. I could buff it once and fling it at the Acolyte, and then my opponent would just currently be sitting on a couple of tokens, and one of them's a 2/2, but okay. Opponent's gonna just gonna go wide with a whole bunch of tokens. Hey, that works. That works. I don't even really need to play a land. Maybe I'll keep some stuff in hand just in case. Although I think that's probably the wrong strategy. Let's get another Gargoyle out. So we got another blocker. Do I want to? I don't want to fling now. I don't think so. Take out that Acolyte? No. I can keep some mana up, so the Gargoyles could at least kill something if my opponent swings with everything, which I assume he's going to. At least all of these tokens. All 3 of those boars, too. Oh yeah, he just makes them all big. This is a really good deck. My opponent drafted a really, really, really good deck. There's another Acolyte. I might have to fling something at the Oakham Ranger. Yeah, I think because next turn he makes them all 2/2s and swings in. So give it +2/+0. Target the ranger, sacking the Weaselback Redcap. And I still need to draw. I still need to draw some creatures to get me out of this. Gadwick helps. Gadwick actually really helps. I'm glad I played that land last time. Although the more mine comes in tapped, still we can get some value out of Gadwick right now. 3, yeah. Auto pay. Gadwick helps. Gadwick really helps. No attacks. Another fling. Trebuchet. Whew, Trebuchet will help actually. So I had to get that Occam Ranger out of the way. And the Trebuchet can successfully block 1/1s, which is nice. So opponent's in good shape. Opponent, like, he's go wide strategy is working, but I think that Occam Ranger was a big part of that strategy, and that I had to get rid of that. So I'm glad I did. Oh, gets the out muscle back. Yeah, once in future. Interesting. Oh, I didn't think he had enough to cast that. That sucks. Yeah, might just block a couple of these. Sure. We're gonna take, what, 5? Yeah, that's rough. Drew another creature. Drew another blocker. Sweet. And it can trade off with that 3/3. So, nope. Just end right there. So, whew, just slowly. You can cast that Wolf's Quarry again, though. This is really good. My opponent just drafted a really good deck. Just straight up. With Wolf's Quarry and once in future, being able to get it back. That Occam Ranger, though, oof, had to take that out. Can I find a way to stabilize here and without flinging my own creatures? That Slaying Fire would be really nice anytime now. Opponent still, I feel, yeah, he's just got to attack with everything. Pass to blockers, so obviously we have to block an Acolyte. I mean, I really don't want to take 3 off one creature here. I have to block the other Acolyte. And I'd be taking 5 if I've just blocked 2 of the 1/1s. Maybe I trade off with this 3/3 right now. Because I can block everything else without taking damage. So, do I do that now? Opponent's got all the land up, though. Well, we're going to do it. So, still taking 3, which is rough, but... Yeah, and my opponent could just... Oh, no, he can't, actually. Can he? Oh, yeah, it's 6. I thought it was 7. And that is really not going to help me. Really not going to help me. No, might as well get the land up. So maybe we can kill a couple more, but my opponent's swinging with 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures to my 6 life. To my 3 creatures and 6 life, so... Oh, Toonvale Treefolk, the Oaken Boon. That's quite good. That's gonna help. I don't know if I can survive here now. I can... Garbage. That sucks. Yeah, I can't even... I can't even kill those with the gargoyles. I could kill one of them. So maybe I trade off, do this instead. And block here, block here. I'm still taking 5, right? block to damage. Can I still activate this? 1. How come I can't do it again? Should be able to do that. You can't do that twice, eh? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, why won't this work? Really? A Fell the Peasant in hand? Good game, bud. Just good game. That was a good game. I'm still alive, somehow, but that was a good game. I'm dead. Nope. End turn. You... Yeah, screw it. We're just gonna exit. That was... just an extremely go-wide strategy. So now we're 2-2. Won the first 2, and then that's how fast it turns around. I don't know. I don't think I could have done much else there. Opponents had a really good deck. So many tokens. Wow, that was a really good deck. Green-white tokens. I could keep this, I guess. It's not great, but we got a Gingerbrute, a couple blockers. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Really, my opponent's got Once Upon a Time? Yeah. That's the second person. What? What? My opponent just conceded? Did he, like, see, like, 5 lands on top? What the hell? Okay, I'll take it. Free victory. Sweet. That was crazy. What the hell happened there? Wow. Okay. Whew. Crazy things, man. Crazy things. I can keep this hand. Sweet. Alright, so my opponent's going to decide. You do not want to keep that hand. These are not the cards you're looking for. Come on. This video is going to go 2 hours. Because I drafted this slow, control-y, not really control-y, but defensive, slow-ass deck. That's okay. That's okay. Opponent leads off with a Gingerbrute of his own and a Swamp. At least he's not playing green. That makes me happy, because every stinking opponent I've been up against has been playing green. So that's kind of nice. Do I want to use this Haggle? Yeah, it's instant speed, so I have some time to think about that. Get rid of a land, maybe. Discard a card. Discard the island. Ooh, Giant Skewer. Okay, I see what your strategy is. I see what your strategy is. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna discard that. Draw the red cap. That's not bad. That's a good trade, I think. And I drew another island anyway, so cool. I don't know, I've got a lot of red here, but I can't cast 2 anyway, so get the island out. And do I want to get a Trebuchet out? I can start pinging my opponent for 1. The Giant Skewer, he's got to pay 3, so he could equip it, but then he can't make the Gingerbrute unblockable. But then if I block with the Lockthwing Gargoyle, the Gargoyle just dies. So I'm gonna get the red cap out. And make it so yeah, might as well. No, he can't give the Gingerbrute haste anyway, and even if he did, they would trade. He's got no way to buff it. He's tapped out, so. Oh, the Gingerbrute just always has haste. Never mind. I'm dumb. That's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine to trade that. That's fine, because I thought for sure the Giant Skewer was going to get put on the Gingerbrute. So I'm surprised he traded that, actually. Really surprised. Here I had a brain fart. Thought he would have to give the Gingerbrute haste, but no, you make the Gingerbrute so it can't be blocked, except by creatures with haste. The Gingerbrute always has haste. So opponent casts a Lost Legion, and he's going to scry 2, which is nice. Always nice. Shambling Suit would have been better with my Gingerbrute, but that's okay. That's okay. Gonna play Dwarven Mine and enters tapped. Kind of sucks. Swing with the Redcap Raider, the Weaselback Redcap. I mean, you're obviously not gonna block that unless you have a brain fart like I just did. Again, then you're gonna force me to trade off. Either way, I'm gonna buff it, obviously. Hit my opponent for 3. That's nice. Can't. Well, he could equip the Giant Skewer and then crack back at me. Covetous Urge, really? Well, I've only got 2 things for you to choose from, but neither of them are super bomb. They're both good. I want them both, but so he's gonna take my Trebuchet, my Trebucket. Fine. Okay. Hey, I pulled another one. Dueling Trebuckets. We'll just sit here and launch rocks at each other. Flaming rocks. Do I want to... I could give the Gargoyle flying and swing for 2 in the air. But I don't really see much of a point in doing that at this point. I think I'm going to do the same thing I just did, which is attack with the red cap. And if I buff it now, I can't cast anything. But at this point I could buff it twice actually, which I think is what I should do. And hit my opponent for 5. Yeah, even if I can't cast anything, who cares? Get that damage in now while I can. I wonder if my opponent's going to equip that Giant Skewer now. Yeah, now's the time. So, opponent's got a 4/4 now, and he casts another Ginger Brute. So, blue-black, little control-y artifacts. Well, the only artifacts I've seen are the Ginger Brute, and you take those no matter what. So, I'm not going to block. I think I'm going to take 4 here. I don't want to lose my Gargoyle at this point. I could still win this race with the Gargoyle and the red cap potentially. See, if I attack my opponent, do you think you would want to trade the Ginger Brute for the red cap? You probably would. Just judging on how happy he was to trade Ginger Brute for Ginger Brute. I'm going to swing with both. I've got the Boulder Rush. I can also buff the red cap. See what my opponent does here. Yeah, so he's gonna trade Ginger Brute for red cap, which is fine. So let's use the Boulder Rush right now. Give the Locthwain Gargoyle +2/+0. Hit my opponent for 2. I'm happy to trade to get the Ginger Brute out of the way, and then I can still get a... What do I want to get out here? Shambling Suit, maybe? It's a 2/3. It could potentially be a 3/3 when I get the Trebuchet out. Still not enough to take out that Lost Legion, but that's okay. It's close. I got a couple more. I got at least... I got 1 more Ginger Brute, right? Yeah, I got 2 Ginger Brutes. So, opponent's obviously going to swing for 4. I would do the same thing, and he's got something else to cast here. You can still cast my Trebucket. Ooh. Obviously going to cast something. Oh, interesting. And he can still put the Queen of Ice out. That's a really good card. That's a card that could change some things. I think I'm going to get my Trebucket out. kind of want to get the Merchant of the Veil out. The Rimrock Knight untaps the Trebuchet though, which is kind of nice. Yeah, not much I can do here. Can't attack, which kind of sucks. Could double block now. Well, no, the Shambling Seed's tapped, but and for the next turn it's tapped, which kind of sucks. Rimrock Knight might have been good to get out, because then if he swings with the Legion, the Rimrock Knight swings back. Sure, you can have my island. You can cast it for as long as it remains exiled. I really like Covetous Urge. Did you have 2 Covetous Urges? Is it, no. Did he get that back? Did he get the Covetous Urge back? It's not in exile, and it's not in his graveyard. Did he have something to get that back? I'm not sure. And that's a 3rd Gingerbrute. My opponent's got 2 Gingerbrutes in his graveyard, and a 3rd one. And yeah, why wouldn't you attack with the Gingerbrute? I don't know. Do I want to take 4 more? That Lost Legion is hurting me. He's beating me up. Go down to 7. I need to be able to deal with that. The Lock Dragon will help me deal with that. The Lock Dragon will help me deal with that. And I can discard the island and draw another card, which is nice. So, you may discard a card? Yep. Draw a mountain. Yay! Next, did I forget to activate that on my opponent's turn again? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Do I want to? I think I do now. Swing with the Shambling Suit? Yeah, why not? Put a little pressure on my opponent. Now he's got to decide. Trade his or my Tribucket for it. I don't think he wants to go down to 5 too badly. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Because I think I'm in decent shape still. It's only 7-8, and I can safely double block that Lost Legion now. I don't really want to with the Lock Dragon, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Ooh, oh, just dropped my phone. Sorry, guys. That was kind of loud. Yeah, so the Tribucket is gonna help him. But I've got one too. So what's gonna come down? Ooh, that sucks. That is just really, really sucky. Damn, Charmed Sleep. Nothing I can do about that. That's nice. That's just nice. So now, what can I do now? Not much to kill that Lost Legion, man. And I can't take 4, so I have to chump it with the Lochthwain Gargoyle, which is rough. Opponent can still play the Queen of Ice. Might as well ping my opponent for 1. Still a close game, but I need a way to... Ooh, that's a good way to block the Lost Legion. You think my opponent's got 1 flippin' counterspell in hand? Only one way to find out. One counterspell? No, no counterspell. So at this point... Oh boy. Alright, well, next... Opponent taps the Trebuchet. No point in attacking. End turn. Man, that flyer would be nice now. Opponent obviously tap the Trebuchet, hit me for 1. Oh, Brazen Borrower, are you kidding me? Wow. A Brazen Borrower. Brutal. Okay, so my opponent's got a 3/1 flyer in hand with flash. Yeah, there's the Queen of Ice, and can still cast the flippin' Borrower. I might as well block with the Trebuchet, I think, at this point. Not much I can do, man. Not much I can do. Opponent just creates a bunch of foods, too. Am I gonna drop 3 in a row after winning my first 2? It's quite possible. Quite possible. I have to get the Ogre out, even though it's 4, because the stupid Rimrock Knight can't block. That just sucks. I have to have 4 toughness out there. I'm gonna lose this. 100%. That Brazen Borrower just... So... At least I can... Opponent just keeps pinging me for 1. Like, I'm screwed here. Yep, opponent just pings me in the air for 3 now. It's over. I need to draw like multiple pieces of removal. Sure. Let's block that. Ping me for 1. Yep. Hit me with the Borrower. Yep. Good game. Brazen Borrower. That's nothing I could do. Opponent just had an absolute bomb. I think that, you know, that could have gone either way. Opponent just had an absolute bomb. So that's the way she goes. Well, guys, this is almost a 2-hour video, which is ridiculous. That was still a lot of fun. I am super happy about that. Even though I only went 3-3, I'm really happy with how I drafted. I just needed to find like 1 or 2 more decent pieces of removal and maybe a big threat like that friggin' Brazen Borrower my opponent just had, and it would have made all the difference with this deck. I think I still drafted pretty well and played pretty well. I think I'm getting better at this, and I'm gonna try again soon. Keep coming at you with these. Hotfire MTG, please hit like, please hit subscribe, guys. We really appreciate it. Later.